What happened to men being the pursuers? Y'all don't chase anymore.
Huh. I wonder why that is.
I just left the gas station and nobody offered to pay for my gas.
And they're the reason why it's mustard yellow piss in the dating pool. And it's
so
like,
girl, you got a whole 2-year-old baby. Somebody can look at you like that's crazy.
yeah, but no, not really, Kendra.
Yes, really.
That means you're paying for everything. You're paying for everything, and you're gonna do it with a smile on your face, feeling like you can't even afford to breathe my air at this point.
Women are just smarter, so they should be the ones making the decision.
Flattered or annoyed when a man approaches you?
Annoyed. Annoyed.
Okay, rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10.
I'm a 10, I'm a 10, I'm a 10. Listen.
Hands across the board. Oh, period.
Has an Android phone. What's his new rating?
It's a 0. Our pictures for Instagram are gonna be terrible.
Ladies, can you name 3 countries besides the USA then name 3 zodiac signs?
That's pretty funny. Real quick, 3 countries.
Africa, China.
That's a country.
Bomba clot. Oh my god, bro.
This question.
29.
I didn't pay attention to history. Anyway, next.
This is geography.
We are doing dinner. You're gonna pick me up. We're gonna come to the restaurant. We're gonna see your table manners. We're gonna see what you order. We're gonna see, do you hold your chopsticks correctly? We're just gonna, study you a bit.
Babe? I'm not your babe.
See, them passport bros might be onto something because these American women are something else. Now, as much as I love my black queens, I might need to go ahead and see what these other countries have to offer. Heck, I'm not excluding black women. Maybe I need to go back to the motherland to find one. Let's go to Africa.
Over there, you see an American guy coming to visit, and you're like, "Oh my God, God is on earth," because of the fact that an American man, quote unquote, can give you anything. Because again, they're from here. Like, so what if you're white? So what if you're black? You're from the U.S. To us, as Dominicans, including myself, meeting a guy in DR or meeting a girl in DR is a big deal for them over there.
Me llamaron de Colombia y yo lo voy a buscar en un rato. Me dijo el chuki mío que llegaron los aparatos, 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 que llegaron los aparatos. Me llamaron de Colombia y yo lo voy a buscar en un rato. Me dijo un chuki mío que llegaron los aparatos, 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 que llegaron los aparatos. Traicionaste por dinero, aquí tú no eres grato. Tú eres un hablador, eso lo sabemos hace rato. Tú no mueves nada, tú estás frisado como un retrato. En la calle la de pegón. Rompiendo el escenario como la dilema agregó. Si tiene 30 agrego lo que tengo parado. De mujeres de redes ya estoy cansado. Que traigan Filipinas, Uruguay y Panameña.
These passport bros, some odd people, man. Because they all say the same thing about going overseas to find a partner. And you know it's ill intention, because I know you can find a woman somewhere in America that'll let you take care of her and pay for everything and be in the house. But y'all want that certain level of control, that level of control that person can't just pack all their things up and leave easily. Because you can spend money in America, but you might have to spend a little more. And that seems like it's the main issue.
I don't know about y'all, but I sure as hell am not about to sit here and take a man wearing what looks like a bonnet seriously. Now, I don't think he gets the point at all. We saw the clip, we saw the video of the American women that were so entitled, thinking that they deserve the whole world from a man, but yet they look at men as if they're garbage or trash. Men are fed up. Men are so tired of this mess. They want real traditional women. So just like my buddy told me on Thanksgiving night, whatever you do not marry an American woman. Remember, I told y'all that. You want to find a woman that's really traditional? Go outside the country and experience what those women are like. Women that are actually practicing those traditions.
How do you not feel slimy and disgusting as a person, knowing full well that you are going to another country, seeking out women that you perceive as easier to manipulate, easier to control, and easier to take advantage of?
Ain't a single passport bro has said those words. Easy to manipulate, easy to control, and easy to take advantage of. No, just easier. Just peaceful. That's all that they're looking for. Ain't none of them said that. That's what the modern woman thinks and feels when a man decides to step out his country to find love. Huh?
And even if you do find some poor woman that needs a green card, wants to move to the U.S. or, you know, needs money, that's still not love.
Some poor woman. So they gotta be poor? This man right here, the woman that he's talking to, she wasn't poor. And you saw she was a beautiful black queen. Afro-Latina, but still.
That's still not love. So on that note, safe travels, and I hope that you and all the other passport bros get exactly what you're looking for.
Sir, on behalf of all black women everywhere, we absolutely do not give one solitary about you.
All right, then, if that's true, why make a video talking about them?
Going to another country and finding a wife. Please go choose somebody else. And it never ends the way that y'all think it does.
You're right, it is better.
Not really feel sorry for those women. And so if they're willing to pump it up, because we know that little thing don't work no more, if they willing to pump it up for y'all.
Why they always gotta attack the manhood? Why they always got to attack the manhood? You don't see men talking about how dried up they are.
At it. Have a great day.
In case you lost track, here's a recap. Men that look in other countries for love are undesirable losers. Their only interest is purchasing children so they can abuse, dehumanize, and enslave them, and turn them into breeding mares and domestic robots. These sick men give their poor and desperate women nothing but a wet behind, and all they care about is controlling and molesting their victims with defective junk that has to be inflated with a tire pump. But the women aren't angry or upset at all. No, of course not. They're happy to see you go. So at this point, does anyone still wonder why these guys want to escape? Well, at least one woman gets it.
If you actually look at a passport bro, which I know many of them, they are not going over there to grape and conquer. They are going over there because they are giving up over here. The reality is that there are too many women that are saying that they don't need men. Men want to be needed. They want to feel valued, like they are protectors. They say that they're tired trying to find a woman in the United States, let alone a metropolitan area like LA or New York, where women say, I don't need a man, go away, who do you think I am? My purpose in this is to defend the passport bros because they're not raping and pillaging and like doing anything crazy. They just want a traditional woman.
And that's basically it. The passport bros are coming here for the exact same reason that so many other guys do. They just want to find a partner that loves them, and they've discovered a way to make it happen. So let's call an end to this war. The women say they don't care if the men leave because they're the unwanted ones anyway. So stop attacking men on their way out the door. Just let them go in peace to find happiness wherever they can.
So I know a lot of these passport bros, and especially black men, are in my comments asking me why I'm talking about this. It's not my fight. And before anything, I'm a woman, so I'm always going to stand up for women regardless of race. And one thing that really bothers me about this is these same passport bros are the men who probably tried to hit on me in the US before they realized that we don't like them either. I'm from a town that really doesn't have that many Asian women, especially Asian women who look like me. Like I said, you guys, I'm adopted. I grew up in a white family in the Midwest, so I have no beauty standards from South Korea. I'm a thick woman. I weigh about 165 pounds. I'm 5'5", so honestly, the brothers like to holler, and they still do. Regardless of what some men in the comments are trying to say that black men aren't checking for Asian women. Yeah, right. Check my DMs. But anyway, pretty much every time I met a black man, he thought it would be a flex to say something like, yeah, I like my women foreign. I like my women exotic. And I don't know why they decided to say that to me, if they thought it would make me feel good or something, but for me, it's always a red flag. And so I would dig in a little bit further and say, well, what do you mean by that? Like, because I'm a white girl on the inside. My family is white. I grew up in a white community in a small town in the Midwest, so I might look exotic, but I'm Wonder Bread white on the inside. So anyway, whenever these guys would say this, I'd be like, well, you're about to be in for a big disappointment if you're expecting a submissive, docile Asian to take care of you.
Did she not just hear what she just said? She said that men are going to be disappointed after approaching her when they find out that she's not this submissive, docile Asian woman that will take care of them. That's the problem. And this is why some of the passport bros feel as though you don't need to bring them women over here to America. Keep them in their country. Maybe you need to move to where they are, because if you bring them over here, you're just going to taint them. You see, this girl She was adopted by a white family in a white neighborhood. And look, she became modern. She said she's a white girl on the inside. She might look Asian, but she's every bit of white. Like, she does not understand that her being an American woman is a part of the problem. She just said it. She don't got those traditional values. They're gone out the window. At the same time, she's not realizing what she's actually doing. She's trying to make men look bad for wanting a traditional woman, but she doesn't even realize that she's not making herself look like a very good candidate. Back to the video.
It always came down to the same stupid stereotypes that black men always have to say about women. They're loud, they're masculine, they don't know how to treat a man, they wear fake hair. So what? So what? You don't have to put down an entire race of women because you have a preference. And honestly, like, I've dated pretty much every race, every ethnicity. I'm Ms. Worldwide when it comes to dating. Only common denominator is black hair and dark eyes usually. But I've never heard any group of men put down their own women more than I've heard black men do it in pursuit of other women. And I just find it really disheartening. And I understand why this divide is getting bigger, but I don't want to be a part of it. So I hate it, and I had to speak on it.
Now, there's some truth to what she's saying. There are black men that will put down or degrade black women in pursuit of other women of other nationalities. But at the same time, if you look at it just on the surface level, a lot of times those women will ask, well, why is it that you don't date black women? And when the man addresses that question, now he's putting women down. Now he's bashing black women, when on the surface level, he's just stating his reason. And a lot of times it's because of what they have experienced in dating black women or being raised by black women. I remember I was thinking about it earlier today. As a child, I grew up fearing black women. Yeah, I feared black women. Middle school, high school, early 20s, I feared the black woman because the black woman was so strong. The black woman had that mouth that will cut you deep. The black woman was quick to snap on you. She gave off so much masculine energy, as if not only can she tear you down verbally, but physically as well. And a lot of young men grow up experiencing that. That's why you see a lot of women may prefer to have boys over girls, because that boy gonna be a mama's boy, but that girl, she gonna have some problems with. Now at this point, I know a lot of women are watching this video and thinking, well, heck, I'm gonna do it too. I'm gonna go ahead and get my passport, and I'm about to be a passport girl. I'm about to go find me another man in a different country as well. But it may not work out the same way for you ladies. I'm just saying.
I'm a passport girl, and I'm going to use mine, believe that.
Guys, yesterday I had my first date with an American woman. And it was a disaster. It was an absolute disaster. An absolute disaster. I arrived at the restaurant. First of all, her name is Kimberly. Oh la la, Kimberly. It's not my favorite name, but it's fine, you know. She's pretty, you know. So we sit down, we take the menu, and she looks me in the eyes and she tells me she doesn't eat gluten. You don't eat gluten? But how can you not eat gluten? Gluten is my life. Kimberly, gluten is croissant. Gluten is baguette. How can you not eat gluten? So I'm starting to be confused. I'm not going to lie. Oh, I look left, I look right. I'm a bit confused in this restaurant. And then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have some glass of wine, you know, like chill a little bit, you know. And so I was like, what do you want to drink? And she says me she doesn't drink alcohol. Oh la 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 la. How can you not drink alcohol in your life, Kimberly? Alcohol is joy. Le vin, the wine is the joy. So I'm sorry if I left the restaurant without saying goodbye. I couldn't stay there. I'm sorry, but I can't have a love relationship with someone who doesn't eat gluten and doesn't drink wine. I'm sorry.
We don't talk enough about how passport bros are just predators. You're leaving America to go to another country to prey on the women there who you perceive as being more submissive. That's predatory behavior. Also, it doesn't bother you at all that you're taking a page right out of the colonizer's playbook. You want to go to another country to find women who are more submissive, aka lesser than you, and you don't think that's exploitation at all, like not even a little bit? That's literally how black people got to America. It's because white men thought that black people were lesser than, and therefore they could exploit us.
My brother has cerebral palsy, so he is 100% dependent on other people. And when he wanted to get married, he realized he was not going to be able to marry an American woman because an American woman is not going to take care of him, and he needed somebody to take care of him. and he met somebody online and flew out to the Philippines and proposed to her, and they've been married for over a decade with 2 beautiful children. He understood that that was never going to come from an American woman. But there were definitely factors involved for both of them as to why they got married. But a major one, as for my brother, was the fact that he knew that an American woman would never take care of him.